Hello students, it is really nice meeting you all. Hope you are all good. In this session, I am going to teach you grammar. Grammar is one of the most important elements in learning a language. Knowing grammar will help you avoid mistakes when you speak or write English. Therefore, students, I advise you to be more attentive in grammar classes so that you understand the concept clearly. Now, let us see prepositions, their relations and how they combine with the verb. Preposition is a part of a grammar. Preposition grammar part is in our textbook, page number 12 and 13. We have already learnt parts of speeches in our earlier classes. Just a recap of all those things. There are 8 parts of speeches which we have already learnt in class 7, class 8 and other classes. They are noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunction and interjection. In this session, we are going to use the prepositions and we are going to learn how we are going to use the prepositions in the sentence. Preposition is one of the parts of speeches that is placed before a noun or a pronoun. It shows the relationship of the noun or the pronoun to the other words in the sentence. For example, see the sentence, there is a cow in the field. Here, in is the preposition. In connects between the cow and the field. This connection is given by the preposition in. This is the link. In tells us that the cow is in the field. So, it is inside the field. And what is in the field? The cow is in the field. So, this link is given only by the word preposition. In the second sentence, he is fond of tea. Of is the link between fond and tea. Fond, the urge to have, the liking. This adjective and the noun tea is linked. What he is fond of? He is fond of tea. If he likes tea, yes, he is fond. He doesn't like, he likes it so much. In the next example, the cat jumped off the chair. Off is the preposition here and it links the verb jumped and the noun chair. From where did the cat jump? The cat jumped from the chair. And what jumped from the chair? The cat. So, this jumped and the chair is linked by the word of, which is a preposition. Now you understand how preposition is important in a sentence. We have already learnt a few prepositions in our earlier classes like behind, into, around, next to, out of, through, between, under, inside, on, over, in front of. Now we are going to see what are the relationships expressed by the prepositions. Expressions, the relationship that is expressed when we are talking the prepositions, when we are using the prepositions in the sentence. They are time, place and movement. In this session, we will be seeing only 2, preposition of time and preposition of place. First, let us go to the preposition of time. The topic itself indicates that time. So, we are going to tell when all the things are happening. The preposition that helps us to know when all the things are happening is the preposition of time. She'll be here in a moment. In a moment tells us where she will be coming. She will be coming here. When she will be coming? In a moment. in just a few seconds. So, this in gives emphasis to the sentence and indicates us when she will be coming. It is difficult to listen if everyone speaks at the same time. This we have heard when the teacher teaches in the class. She will ask us questions and we will be answering, whole class will be answering the questions. At that time, she will tell, it is difficult for me to listen, everyone are shouting, I cannot hear it clearly. This sentence tells us the same meaning. It is difficult to listen if everyone speaks at the same time. Don't you usually go out on Saturday evenings? This sentence is a question sentence and it is asked to somebody. That particular person goes out every Saturday evenings and the other person sees him inside the house and he asks, what is this? Don't you go out usually on Saturday evenings? Why are you here? So here on Saturday evenings is the preposition of time. On is used here as a preposition of time. These sentences indicate us the time when it happens. So we call it the preposition of time. Preposition of time is that the preposition used to indicate when a particular event happens are called preposition of time. Now we are going to see in detail a few preposition of time, their meaning and the usage. The first one we are going to see is in. In is used to tell the time when the action is going to happen, or also used for a longer duration of time. Like, I was studying in the morning. The whole of morning you were studying. So you are telling your mother that I was studying in the morning. The train will be leaving in a few minutes. So the train has not left. It is still here. It is going to leave in a few minutes. This is how in is used to tell the time of action, when it is going to happen. The next preposition is on. On is used to tell a more longer duration for dates and months. She was born on 5th of July. So it tells us the date, on which date she was born. I'll be at home on Friday morning. When we speak about morning, we say in the morning. But when we speak about Friday morning, a morning on a particular day, like Friday, we say on Friday morning. We have to see the difference between these two when we are going to fill in the blanks in our futures and when we are talking to people when we talk to them. The next preposition is at. At is a preposition that tells us the occurrence, the happening that is going to happen, at what time it is going to happen and at what time of the day it is going to happen. Like, I will reach there at 6 o'clock. So, the speaker is trying to tell us that he or she will be there at 6 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the evening. I have a meeting at 9 p.m. I have a meeting at 9 p.m. which means that there is a meeting that is going to happen at 9 p.m. It is cold at night, very cold at night, not on the day. So longer duration, at what time of the day it is happening. So this is how we use the preposition at. The same way, during is the preposition of time that we use when we say something happened, at what time it happened and how long it happened. That preposition is during. I will be visiting my grandparents during the summer vacation. I will be visiting my grandparents during the summer vacation. Here, summer vacation is a longer period, and during the whole of summer vacation, we will be there along with our parents. This is how it tells. We can also use in place of during in this sentence. Like, I will be visiting my parents in the summer vacation. The next sentence is, it must have rained in the night. It must have rained during the night. Both are correct. So, we can use in instead of during in a few places. This I tell you because when you are going to write a test and your friend says that I wrote during and you have written in and you feel, oh my God, I have done something wrong. My answer is wrong, her answer is right. My answer is correct, her answer is wrong. No, both are correct. We can use both. Now going to the next preposition after. We use after to tell the action that we are going to do after finishing the action we are doing. That is, we are going to do two actions. One action we are doing it now. We will do the next action when we finish this. You can clearly understand it when you read out the examples for that. We will watch cartoons after reading the lesson. So, you are reading the lesson now. You will finish reading the lesson and then you will go and watch cartoons in TV. We will watch cartoons after reading the lessons. Now, seeing the preposition before. We use before to tell the action we are going to do at a later time. That is, the teacher tells us, submit your notebooks before Thursday. So, the teacher doesn't want us to submit the notebooks on Thursday. He wants us to submit the notebook before Thursday, that is on Wednesday or even before that. She doesn't give a particular time. She tells us it should be only before Thursday. The train arrived before 10 o'clock. So, the train was supposed to arrive to the station at 10 o'clock, but it arrived before the time. The train arrived before 10 o'clock. The next preposition from. From is a preposition we use to indicate the starting point or from where or when we start. I returned from school. So, we start from school, we walk or we travel all the way home and come home. From we use sometimes along with together. Sometimes we use from and together to denote the start and end. From and to we use to denote the start and the end. The shop is open from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. The shop is open from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. So, from 8 o'clock in the morning the shop opens and it gets closed only by 7 p.m. at night. The same way we can even tell that I start reading from 6 o'clock in the morning to 7 o'clock in the morning. I read from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the mornings. Now we are going to see the usage of the preposition till and until. Both these are used to tell up to that period of time. Till and until are used to tell us up to that period of time about what we are talking. We waited till 6:30 for you. So, you were late and your parents are telling you that we waited till 6:30, that you will be coming, but you did not come. So, we waited till 6:30 for you. We waited until 6:30 for you. So, we waited till 6:30 for you and we waited until 6:30 for you is the same meaning, and so we can use both in the same sentence. They will not make any difference. Now, going to the next preposition for. For is used to refer the duration of time, how long something goes on. Usually we use for along with a period of time to make it clear how long something goes on. We use for along with a period of time to make it clear how long that something goes on. Maya has worked in this institution as an accountant for 23 years. For plus a period of time, for plus 23 years comes in this sentence. Maya has worked in this institution as an accountant for 23 years. Many ideas were discussed for 3 weeks before the annual day theme was finalized. Many ideas were discussed. So, we are discussing on what theme we have to keep for our annual day, and the discussion goes on for 3 weeks, for plus duration. Both these sentences are given in the textbook. Since refers to a particular point of time, that is the work that has started earlier and continuing till now. You start a work and you do the work, you keep on doing it, you continue it, and you are doing it even now. I have been studying since 5 a.m. and I am at it even now. So, morning 5 o'clock you started reading and you are going on reading and reading all the subjects one after the other, you are reading and you are reading even now. This sentence gives us this meaning. I have been studying since 5 a.m. and I am at it even now. The construction of this building has been going on since January. The construction of this building has been going on since January. So, they started constructing the building in January and they are still constructing it. We just now saw a few preposition of time starting from in, on, at, during, after, before, from and to together, till, until, for, since. Now, let us move on to the preposition of place. Preposition of place gives us the idea, the name itself tells us the idea that we are going to talk about where the noun is. This preposition is going to tell us where the noun is. In our earlier classes, when we were reading grammar, we used the sentence, the cat is on the wall, the book is on the table, the ball is under the table. All these sentences tells us the preposition of time. Preposition of place indicates the location and it also tells us that the location of the place, how the noun stands there. It all comes before a noun or a pronoun. So, the preposition of place usually comes before a noun or a pronoun. The first preposition we are going to see is in. This preposition denotes that the noun is inside something, inside the edges of something. Raj is in his room. This tells us where the boy Raj is. The book is in my bag. So, the book is inside the bag. It is in the bag. That helps us to find out where the book is. Going to the next preposition on. On tells us that the noun is above something. Something is in the position that is physically touching, covering, or attached to the upper surface. So, it may be physically touching or fully covering the upper surface. The cat is on the wall. This on the wall indicates that the cat is sitting above, on the wall. The book is on the table. We have placed the book on the table. Even the rhymes that we used to say in our kindergarten classes, Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. When we compare in and on, we can in short remember the usage with just using a juice bottle. You have your juice bottle on your hand, which is full of juice, and you can see a label outside the bottle, and inside the bottle there is juice. We say there is juice in the bottle, and there is a brand label on the bottle, outside the bottle. So, in short, we can remember it this way: there is a juice in the bottle, there is a brand label on the bottle. Now, going to the next preposition of place, near. Near in a sentence indicates that they are close to, close by, but with a little distance. They are not in touch with each other. They are close by, but they are with a little distance. Jenny lives near her workplace. Jenny lives near her workplace. So, she lives, her home is nearby, her workplace and her home are both nearby. This indicates that she is close to her workplace. Jenny lives near her workplace. She sat near the wall. So, we sit near the wall, we can lean on it, relax. That way, she sat near the wall. Going to the next preposition, at. At is used to show or point one thing at a particular place inside a broader place. At is used to show a point of a thing at a particular place in a broader place. The noun is in a place on a bigger place. That is how we have to understand that. There is a bigger place and the noun which we are going to talk about is in that place. So, we say it by using the pronoun at. Write your name at the top of the page. Write your name at the top of the page. Page is a broader place, but you are going to write your name at the top. So, that is a smaller place. Turn left at the traffic signal. Turn left at the traffic signal. Road is a bigger place, there you have a traffic signal and you have to turn left near that particular place. Going to the next preposition, behind. We use behind when we talk about two things. One thing is in the front and the other thing is at the back, or at the back, near the back part of that place. There is a temple and there is a school. The temple is in the front and the school is at the back. Now we say there is a school behind the temple. There is a school behind the temple. The same way during our PT periods, during our games periods, our teacher used to say, stand in a line. When we stand in a line, we stand one behind the other. When we stand in a line, we stand one behind the other. Going to the next preposition, under. Under is a preposition we used to say when a thing is at the bottom or at the lower level of the other thing. Two things are there. One is on the upper level and the other one is on the lower level. We use under when we talk about the thing on the lower level. The cat is sitting under the table. The boy is sitting under the tree. Going to the next preposition, over. You see, you all have played a game, over and under. You will follow the instructions of the opponent who says to throw the ball either over or under. When he says over, you throw the ball above your body. When he says under, you throw the ball under your body, between your legs. So now you can understand that the over is a preposition which tells us that the noun is somewhere above us. The bird flew over my head. The thief jumped over the gate. She held the umbrella over both of us. Above is the next preposition we are going to see. Above is something that we tell when it is somewhere far away. Aeroplanes fly above the sky. The next preposition is below. Below is a preposition that tells us when the noun that we are talking about is below what we are going to tell. That is, there are two nouns. One noun is above and the other noun is below. Please don't write below this line. Line is a noun over here. We have to write only above the line and we are not supposed to write below the line. Birds fly below the sky. Now, we are going to see a very important preposition which is in between. We have only two prepositions that are left and we are going to talk about only these two prepositions. Between is a preposition. There is a discussion between two people. The final match will be held between India and Australia.